Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Have the ending. Been a long day for you. 36. Wait. 42. Man, I got you. SOS. Mike 42.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. On first and 10, Dobbs. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Makes him better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw, Dobbs. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On first and 10, Dobbs nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic.
After the sack on first down, Dobbs. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
Switch it. Echo. Mike 42. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Patchy.
first down. Dobbs. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I'll tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, Dobbs. He hits White, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Here's Dobbs to throw. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Hunt. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back and forth first quarter of play. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On second down, it's Cook. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Check, Mike 42. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check, 40. Check, 40.
To throw from his end zone, Dobbs. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
That's what I do.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Strip that ball. 55. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. That one is caught by Hunt. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking in zone for Jones. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Dobbs now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Dobbs is throwing. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, here we go. Watch the play.
The final final shot before break. Dobbs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break, Stanford. And he completes it to Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Check.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 7-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Well, Stafford. And it's caught. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Who that? Who that? Check 26, check 26. Alert!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check it out.
Throwing on first down. Dobbs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Set. Lady. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, here we go.
They run again with Hunt. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
To throw is Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Galladay his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Dobbs now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. To throw is Dobbs. On the move to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run with Cook. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Dobbs to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 4th down, Dobbs. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right, except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Throwing on second and 14. Dobbs going for the deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game, certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Prater. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on second down. Dobbs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Echo. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Throwing here, Dobbs. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Dobbs. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Hunt, and an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Hunt. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry here for Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule? 4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you? No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now it's Hunt. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3.